I'll review Atomic Blonde, and then I'm gonna hop on my motorcycle, get the fuck out of here, and go play some volleyball. Guys, gals, and people who are unsure of your own gender, do not go see this movie. It is painfully slow and boring, and it's just bad. It's just bad. And I admit it takes a lot to get me to say, wow, that was a good movie, like John Wick 2 or something like that. But this is just horrible. It's just horrible. I was like itching to leave, but the girlfriend's like, well, let's just finish. I'm like, what the fuck are we gonna watch? And I was looking for, see, you know, you all think like, oh wait, why would you go see Atomic Blonde? Because at least that's, you know, it's like Supergirl. Okay, she's a girl. She's super. Okay, Atomic Blonde. This is gonna be a kick-ass chick. You know, that's gonna be the premise. So where I don't like the roundhouse kicking chick cop show is where it's like, you know, NCIS or some other like reality, you know, kind of like, this is real, this is how it happens over at NCIS Chicago. And then there's this 90-pound waif beating the shit out of some Italian mafioso type guys with roundhouse kicking, you know, chick cop moves. But when you come in up front, you know, Wonder Woman, Atomic Blonde, the hero is either a much above average woman or a superpower woman like Wonder Woman. Like, okay, that's the premise. Cool, let's go watch this thing. And there was no politics. There was no politics, even though it is set in a political era during the tumbling of the Berlin Wall. But it was apolitical, so there's no... And that's how you take it for a bunch of oppression. How you like it? There's none of that. They at least held true to that. There's a special agent. I'm not going to ruin it for you because I'm just going to assume you're not going to watch it. And she happens to be platinum blonde-haired Charlize Theron. And she's a spy for the Brits, and they got to go get a list. Somebody's got a list of all the spies on both sides and their aliases. And so she's sent into Berlin to track down these guys. And then all this subterfuge and intrigue, and the French want it, and the Russians want it, and their agent may have gone rogue, and there's this other guy who's the ultimate betrayal, a double agent, and sniff him out down there while you're at it. And if they just got rid of Charlize Theron slowly dressing, like the girl can't just go out and do her job in normal clothes. For every time she leaves her hotel, she got to put on a new outfit. And then we got to like, hey, look, she's got a lacy bra on. Look out there. And a lot of times there wasn't even a sexual thing. It's just her putting on different clothes. And she's putting on the bug. She's putting on the wire. She put a gun on her side. Look at that. It's like, why is she constantly switching in and out? Look, that little luggage bag she had did not have all the clothes she wore in this thing. The only thing she does more than change her clothes is smoke cigarettes, but everybody's doing that. If you just cut out people lighting up the cigarettes in this movie, it would go down from a 2-hour movie to about a 45-minute show. It was just everybody smoking. Wow, is that cool, Mr. Director person? Oh, people smoking cigarettes? What? Okay, yeah, they smoke cigarettes. Do we have to have... Really, I'm not talking at least 10 minutes of the film. If you were to consolidate it, because it... Crackle, crackle, crackle. What do you think about that? Dramatic music playing in the background. You're like, yeah, okay, yeah, they're lighting another fucking cigarette. Okay, yeah, they did that. They smoked in the 80s still. We got it. And it was just, way, 3 curveballs, 4 curveballs. Oh, is she working for them? Is he working for them? And after a while, you know what? I don't care, because you have made it so painfully boring in between what few action scenes there are. Oh, and I forgot this. Look out! Hey, I don't know if you knew this, but you know they made a lesbian scene. See, the girl, the Atomic Blonde, she likes women, huh? Who knew that? See, isn't that sexy? And yeah, there's a lesbian sex scene. See, that's pretty cool, because like girls never do the fake lesbian shit to attract men since like the fucking 90s. And the faux making out on the dance floor. Yeah, that's that. And it's nothing. It's like somebody announcing they're coming out gay, and everyone's like, we don't give a shit. We really don't give a shit. It's not a thing anymore. It's, hey, Aaron wore a blue shirt. Does it? It's not a... And I just, watch, they're going to have the... Because she was faking being lesbian, but you didn't know it to snuff out the French agent, who was a female, of course. I said, I bet you they're going to have sex. Oh my God, they did! So there's 1.5 really good fight scenes. And it's sad because when you look at this one scene, you'll know it if you're unfortunate enough to watch the movie that long to the point you get there. I'm like, why couldn't you have put that level of effort into a movie about half as long? Why couldn't you have done that? But aside from that fight scene, chick gets fucked up. She gets fucked up. There's none of this. I mean, there's still roundhouse kicking super chick, but it's like the female version of John McClane in Die Hard. She gets fucked up. But aside from that, no, it's too slow. It drags on. They try to make the plot way too convoluted and subterfuge. And about 35, 45 minutes into it, I'm like, oh, fucking island. How long is this? It's 2 hours. I'm like, oh, my God. And, so don't waste 2 hours of your life seeing this movie. Don't waste your money seeing this movie. This is not a good movie. It's even, how can I put it? Chris Beckloff is much more forgiving with movies than I am. And I am almost willing to guarantee you that if Chris Beckloff saw this, he'd say the same thing. It's like, I had no clue what was going on. It was entirely predictable. Yes, people were changing clothes way too many times in that show. And yes, everybody's smoking way too many fucking cigarettes. It just was... and then, well, Matt Forney doesn't like anything. I'm trying to think of... Well, then there's my buddy Ken who likes everything. Even my buddy Ken, I don't think would like this movie. I think I think he's just looking for shit to do. Like, so anything's entertainment to him. But this, he'd be like, yeah, this is. It's almost as I'll put it this way: Ghostbusters 2 was better than this because at least the introduction to Ghostbusters 2, I try to give it an open mind. The intro was pretty clever, pretty witty. I was like, okay, that's cool how they formed the team, and then it shat the bed from there. Ghostbusters 2 is marginally better, in the old captain's opinion, than Atomic Blonde. And I was so let down. I was just looking for a good old kick-ass chick show, Atomic Blonde, yeah. I was just kind of like, what? She's an A? Like, this was historical? I knew nothing about the movie going into it. I thought it was almost going to be a superhero type, like, yeah, the Atomic Blonde. She got atomic powers or something. She's blonde and kicks a lot. I thought it would be a bit more cartoony. It takes itself way too fucking serious. Like, it's historical. It's at the collapse of the Berlin Wall and the collapse of communism. It takes itself way too fucking seriously. And it's just kind of like, yeah, okay, so it's not a comic book. All right, let's see her put on the next set of pants with sharp heels. All right, there we go. She changed her clothes again. Okay, I'm going to go pee. This is like a 3P movie, Like if you're going to the bathroom 3 times, even though you don't have to, it's just, well, I think I got something in there. I think my bladder's like 1/10 full. Let's just go shake the lizard a little bit and then come back. Like, is there anything? How she changed 3 outfits and smoked 5 more cigarettes? Oh, good. You're wishing your kidneys produce more pee, because it's that bad. It is that bad. So, all right, we'll talk to you kids later. Toodles.